Welcome back to another episode. This is Back to You. I am your host, Ray, and this is a platform where individuals come together that have a deeper knowledge about themselves, and we just talk about real shit. For those of you that watched my last video, we were talking about the connections between spirituality, religion, and science, and we talked about a few synchronicities, and one of those things that we talked about was melanin. And I wanted to dive deeper into that today because between science, religion, and spirituality, it's a whole lot of information from these three categories that hints on the importance of melanin and the power that it has. So the book that I'm going to feature for this episode is The Black Bible of Science by, excuse me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but Dr. Osei Kufer. And I want to read how he describes melanin. It's just a brief explanation straight to the point. It says the word melanin comes from the Greek word for black. Melanin is a unique biopolymer chemical that is in almost every organ of the body and in the skin of some. It is a pigment that is responsible for color, and it ranges from yellow to blue-black. That's a quick little, straight to the point definition of melanin, but it also has so much more functions that we're about to get into. If you've watched any of my videos, first of all, thank you so much. But if you watch any of them, then you hear me talk about us relating to things on a micro level and a macro level. So basically, melanin is the universe on a microcosm level or on a micro level. And if you don't really know what that means, microcosm, a community, place, or situation regarded as encapsulating in miniature the characteristic qualities or features of something larger. So it's just a mini version of something. And we already know that we are a reflection of the universe and everything around us. So because we know that, it's smart to say that because we are here on this earth and this is where we live, this is where we reside, then we should learn and study the elements of the earth and how everything relates to us. And I feel like that will help us understand our place in the world. Some more facts about melanin. Y'all see I got my handy dandy notebook. It consists of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, and that equals up to carbon. If you look at the periodic table, carbon has 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. And that would mean basically melanin and carbon could be like interchangeable. When you look at carbon itself, that's what makes up dark matter and black holes in the universe. And if you know anything about black holes or dark matter, then you know that it creates things. So we talked about carbon and it being the makeup of the dark matter and black holes in space. So we also have to look at it on a micro level. So melanin or carbon, like we said before, it could be interchangeable. Melanin is produced in the pineal gland or the third eye. And when the sun touches this substance, it responds by giving us energy and transporting this energy to other cells in our body, keeping us in a cosmic rhythm. Just like how plants uses the sunlight and converts it into food, which I think is called chlorophyll. Now, everyone has melanin, but in us and black people, it consists in a higher quantity, and we have all 3 main types of melanin, which is, excuse me if I'm saying this wrong again, but neuromelanin, pheomelanin, and eumelanin or eumelanin. But yeah, we are so special because we have all 3 types of the main categories of melanin, and we have it in a way larger quantity than those of other races like Asian, white, Hispanic, etc. So when the sun touches this melanin and it gives us the energy from that, we're basically just like plants. How plants convert sunlight into energy, we are also converting sunlight into energy. Melanated beings have the capacity to charge up or acquire energy without eating or drinking, but just by simply being out in the sunlight. Also, light is the source of information sent through frequencies from one dimension to another. So it's like basically saying that that's how different dimensions are able to send you information. So what we was talking about earlier, how it's like this invisible umbilical cord that links you to the divine, so you're able to receive these messages and you're able to remember. Because I always tell people, most of this stuff is stuff that we already know. It's just different things that has happened in the outside world, in the 3D world, that has made us forget our true values and who we are as a people and individually. So when you go out and you meditate and you ground yourself and you sunbathe, you are receiving the energy and the right frequencies that are literally unlocking your DNA and helping you to remember who you are. This is why a lot of people say they get downloads from being outside or from sunbathing or from meditating. They're not lying. It's true. For example, if you've been working on a project and you just been stuck, like you have writer's block, or you just don't know what you want to do next, and you just decide that you're not going to worry. Maybe you just want to go take a break from it, go to the park, sunbathe, take a walk, or do whatever. And then all of a sudden, you know exactly what you need to do next. It's not a coincidence on why stuff like that happens. I'm explaining to you the process of how it works, so that you know how it works and you know what to do if you get into, different situations of where you may feel lost, or maybe you feel like you don't know which way to go next. All you have to do is let go and let God. Literally, that's, the saying that they say, but it's true. When you let go of the control over things and you ask for help and you really sit and you reflect and you just take a pause, a breather, the things that you need will come to you. Just know that and believe that. So now we know that melanin is a receiver and a distributor of energy, and also that this energy can be charged through sunlight or different frequencies through sight, hearing, food, etc. And the book talks about this a little bit more. It says its chemical structure does not allow any type of energy to escape once it comes in contact with it. It's kind of like a battery that is always being charged up by the vibrations or energy around it. Music charges the melanin centers much like the sun. Deep bass sounds have longer wavelengths that fire up the human batteries. This is why melanin dominant people love bass and drums. We now know melanin dominant people have different nutritional needs than melanin deficient people. Melanin dominant people originated around the equator where the sun is strongest. There, the minerals are more concentrated in the soil and there are more oxygen in the air because of the rich plant life. Because of forced relocation, eating a northern flesh-based diet, pollution, chemicals, legal and illegal drugs, digital music, alcohol, miseducation, mental and spiritual confusion, the body's melanin centers are out of balance, and so are we. This affects personality traits, attitudes, health, and every aspect of life. Most melanin dominant people are more right-brained, emotional, creative, rhythmic, peaceful, respond better to pictures and symbols, etc. Melanin was thought of for many years by Western science to be useless. I wonder why. Because melanin is like a magnet. It holds on to good and bad energy, which affects its chemical structure positively or negatively. So, we know that we as a people have been manipulated or gaslighted into thinking that we are less powerful than what we truly are. And they do whatever they can. And when I say they, I mean the moon lineages. Look that up if you don't know what that is. Try so hard to keep us from understanding our power and who the fuck we really are. And the list that I read off of all of the things that they're doing is not even close to everything that they're doing. But it might seem like it is an overwhelming amount of stuff and there's nothing that we can do about it. But what we have to do is so simple, but in the world that we're living in, it's so foreign or hard to do because of the lifestyle that they try to make us live in order to be able to survive. So basically, the solution to get back to your personal power is getting back to yourself. That's literally why I named this podcast Back to You, because that's where the answer lies. The answer lies within you. Everything that you need to know, everything that you need in order to figure out why you're here on this earth and what is your purpose here is within you. And once you take that journey inward, you will understand that. And I'm going to keep saying that over and over again because it's facts. It's true. I'm going to beat that into y'all head until y'all know that for real, because I'm telling you, it's life changing when you know that for a fact. When you accept all parts of yourself and you truly love yourself and you have a deep understanding and an awareness of who you are as a person, who you are and what is your purpose personally and collectively. So to wrap that up, basically what we have to do now to combat this spiritual warfare is to get back to yourself. Remember, that's the key word. Remember who the fuck you are. Remember your power. Remember the things that they tried to take away from you that's never really been taken. We've just forgotten about it. Now, I want to read one more thing, and it's basically just like a little bit more about what we were talking about as far as what they're doing to hinder us and how we can combat that. So it says, when melanin dominant people poison their bodies, the melanin holds on to these toxins more so than in melanin recessive individuals. Melanin is the reason Black people have a harder time getting off of drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, out of bad relationships, sugar, which is the number one drug, processed foods, meats, milk product, junk food, and breaking old habits. Black people are eating Caucasian people's food, and it's proven to be deadly. It's very important to point out that people that originated from around the equator must eat the food from that region that the creator put there for them. The polar bear and the grizzly bear cannot eat the same food and survive, even though they are both bears, but their nutritional needs are different. When the chemical structure of melanin is changed by negative energy and poisons, these changes reduce the proper function of every organ of melanin-dominant people, or the original human beings. The solution is a change in attitude towards life. Get lots of sun. Go out into nature as much as possible. Change your diet to a plant-based one. Eat lots of organic, green leafy vegetables and fruits. Stay away from negative people and negative situations. Take herbs from around the equator like pau de arco, cat's claw, black seed. Take a vegetarian vitamin B6 complex. Drink 46 ounces of filtered or spring water. Use essential oils. Use 100% vegetable oil soaps. Practice Tai Chi, yoga, or get some type of regular exercise. Find out more about your past. Clean your colon and do a parasite cleanse. Pray. Meditate. Stay positive. Contrary to what we've been told, all men and women are not created equal. There is and always will be color lines called melanin. This incredible gift from the Creator is a true path to greatness. Each one has the power to change. Don't miss your calling. Light up your life. Who are you? Are you who you say you are? Are you doing everything you can to be who you say you are? And that wraps up this video. If you guys have not subscribed already, that will mean the world to me. I'm trying to, get at least 50 subscribers. I feel like I can do 50 subscribers by my birthday. So that's a challenge that I have for myself. If you're watching this, subscribe, share it with a friend, and hopefully I can get to 50 subscribers by February 1st. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Literally, y'all, I'm a nerd, so I love talking about this stuff. Also, I'm about to start taking guests again because I want to talk about different things with another perspective as well. So I'm about to start back taking guests. So if you're interested, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email, and just let me know like some different things that you have an interest in talking about, or just different perspectives that you may want to put out there and share. I am definitely all ears for that. So Back to You, new episodes every Monday. Be on the lookout, and I will see y'all on the next video.